Well guys, here we are, the Chelsea Season 4 finale. It's FA Cup time. We are finally here after 4 seasons of build-up. The Chelsea boys are ready to win some silverware in a live episode, guys. We are coming at you with a live Q&A this episode. I asked you what we should do for the finale. Actually, in the last video, you guys commented you wanted a little Q&A, so we might as well do one and just, treat this as a bit of a chill episode, a bit of a chill way to end off the series, to end off the season with this FA Cup final up against West Brom at Wembley. Of course, we're just going to be answering some questions, a bit uncut, just a bit of a raw video and me just answering you guys questions you left for me. I posted on the community tab, give me some questions. It was a bit short notice, I know, and it was a bit of a weird time to post it. Yeah, we got a few comments, we got a few questions. Yeah, we'll just get into this FA Cup final, but before we do so, before we start the Q&A, before we get into the final of the FA Cup, we're going to look at some of our best performers from season number 4. Look at the general overall squad, look at their stats over the season, and time to see who our main performers were. And Donnarumma, of course, getting most appearances in there with 53. Memphis Depay in there with 42. A lot for a new signing that came in the summer at the start of season 4. We've got Eden Hazard still tearing it up at 31. 17 goals and 5 assists. Christian Pulisic in there getting 35 appearances. 3 goals and 5 assists. Lucas Paquetá doing quite well, even though he was a new summer signing. Kimpembe getting a few appearances. Frankie de Jong as well with 10 assists, which is pretty good. Ousmane Dembele with 5 goals and 7 assists. Now 90 rated man Arthur in there with 11 goals and 5 assists, which is pretty decent for a central midfielder. Marco Asensio with some pretty decent numbers in there. Paul Pogba, you'd expect a bit more from him, but he was a new summer signing. Kylian Mbappe, definitely one of our players of the series so far. Since whenever we bought him, he's been absolutely immense, absolutely insane. Kylian Mbappe, definitely the wonder kid of FIFA 19, 22 goals, 10 assists, De Ligt with a few goals in there as well. Milinkovic-Savic, always a solid, consistent performer. The Serbian, Milan Skriniar in there as well with a goal. Mauro Icardi, of course, just killed it this season. 16 goals in the Premier League, 18 overall. And he had a lot of appearances in there. We've got a few French defenders. Then Paulo Dybala, you'd expect a bit more from him as well, but he picked up a few injuries this season, so it is fair enough. Neymar, not really living up to all the expectation, but still got in amongst the goals. We have Vinicius Jr. with a few assists in there. Ayor was a bit of a fringe player, as well as Tejas. Marquinhos got injured in there as well. He was a backup. Jadon Sancho as well, not getting too much game time. Tammy Abraham, of course, coming on a bit, not doing too much, as well as Callum Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Christensen, Kepa, Arnold, Empadu, and Maya. Not really doing too much this season. They, were kind of on and off, just came on in random games. But that is the team of season number 4. That is how they performed. Those were our main performers. And yeah, let's get into the Q&A. Let's get into the FA Cup final. This is going to be the team headed into the match. Let's get things underway. So we're finally here at Wembley, a place which I've said it so many times. We've been here so many times before in this career mode, whether it's Community Shields, FA Cups, Champions League finals even have been at Wembley. We've just visited this place so many times. It'll be so fitting, so good to actually just win it here. It'll be the perfect end to season number 4, considering last episode and how we lost the Champions League not the Champions League final, the Champions League semi-final at Stamford Bridge, and we didn't progress through to the final, and this could have been the massive season finale. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this one play. We're gonna answer a few questions on the fly, and just treat it like a chill episode. Like, we're just gonna very uncut. Not really much commentary of the game. It's going to be focused more on the questions. I've actually been looking forward to recording this episode, answering you guys' questions, interacting with you guys, people that watch in, week out. This is our side, of course, going into this massive game. The finale, all your favorites in there. Of course, our strongest starting 11 going out for this one. Up against West Brom. It'll be interesting to see what West Brom are looking like this season, especially in this career mode. But yeah, and if you haven't already, make sure to smack the like button on the video. If you're going to enjoy the finale, make sure to subscribe down below. It's the big red button. Turn on notifications. Comment down below if you want to see season number 5. A pretty random team in there. Leko, Rondon, Dow, Ozcan, McAllister at left back, O'Shea, Johnston. I have no idea how this side got to the FA Cup final, but we're versing them nonetheless. West Brom in their away strip. We're in the away yellow strip. Let's get straight into this one. I'm going to pull up the questions. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the questions right here. This is going to be a very unedited video, but we're going to go into this one. Mbappe is going to kick us off. We're underway here at Wembley. Mbappe gives it off to Dybala. And the first question is, I'm trying to look at the questions and play at the same time. All right, so what should we start off with the... I've decided we're going to start off with a simple question. It was probably the first one I got. Oh no, hold on. We have a chance here. This is going to be pretty weird answering questions and playing at the same time, but we've got a chance. Neymar with the header. And Johnson, it goes straight to Johnson, but what a save from him. No, we've got it back again. Mauro Icardi with the shot, and Johnson again with the save. It's going to be a busy afternoon for Johnson. So we have the first question here from Mr. Ollie the Legend. After Chelsea, can you do a Sol Campbell road to glory with Macclesfield? Which would be pretty interesting. I think they've stayed up in League 2, so they would be in FIFA 20. I don't know about a road to glory with a League 2 side for next year. Well, I don't know if I'm going to start a new series for FIFA 19. It's the funny thing. I don't know if we're going to go into a Season 5 with Chelsea, or I don't know what's going to happen after this Season 4, but Mbappe's in the middle here. He's going to cross it in. Oh, that was poor from Mbappe, but Pogba is going to give it back to Ousmane Dembele. Oh, the little turn from Dybala, and Johnson has that secured. Yeah, Road to Glory with Macclesfield. I love Road to Glories and stuff like that. Building a team up, of course. It's very, very popular on YouTube and is just a great series overall, especially Macclesfield, new in the game. Of course, they stayed up with Sol Campbell. They are an interesting side, of course. People like Barfy Boy have done videos on Macclesfield and they've gone heaps popular. But yeah, I'm not sure about FIFA 19, what's going to happen next, if I'm just going to continue the Chelsea series, or if we're going to go into bigger and better things, or if we're going to continue the rebuild challenges on the channel, which you guys seem to like a lot. But Neymar's in here with Paulo Dybala, and Johnson again pulls a massive save. But Road to Glory is definitely something I'm looking at. If you're talking about future series, I did put a tweet out saying Brescia recently got promoted to Serie A, and of course they have that wonder kid Sandro Tonali, but we got this wonder kid Mbappe and Johnson again with the save. But they've got the wonder kid Sandro Tonali, who is pretty much the wonder kid of FIFA 19, 90 potential, the Italian midfielder. One of my favorite young Italian players, probably my favorite player on FIFA 19 career mode, favorite wonder kid. Yeah, so if they keep him and don't sell him to like a huge club, yeah, and Brescia, obviously they got an awesome badge which I absolutely love and adore. And yeah, if FIFA 20 have the Serie A rights, which I'm sure is about time by now, I'm thinking of a similar with what I did with Parma, the Brescia Road to Glory, but Pogba was nearly in on goal there. However, yeah, future series, Road to Glory is definitely in mind. I'm not sure about Macclesfield though. Maybe if they're in FIFA 20, which I'm guessing they are going to be. Oh, we nearly conceded a goal there, but Dybala. I'm going to try and move on to the next question here on the attack. Mauro Icardi gives it away. All right, next question. Can you do a Road to Glory career mode with... Okay, it's the same one. Who was that? Plonkane. I'm still going to put you in the video because you dropped a comment down below. Oh, no, we're going to concede. Okay, after all those attacks, after all those Johnson saves, they just have one attack. I've literally answered one question, and I move on to the next one, and Leko slots it in. Oh no, don't tell me we're going to lose the FA Cup final in the Chelsea finale. This is turned from bad to worse. I'm going to have to do a Season 5 if we lose this FA Cup final. Anyway, despite Leko trying to spoil the party here, trying to spoil this special episode, we're going to move on. We're going to try hopefully get the equaliser. Enough mucking around here. Has intercepted that. Mbappe gives it off to Icardi. Can't take the shot. See, the thing is, I want to play well. I want to get some goals for you guys, but I want to answer these questions at the same time. It's hard doing two things at once. But Icardi, oh, Johnson. All right, so next question, we're gonna move on, and it comes from a fellow FIFA career. Oh no. Okay, it's a foul. It comes from a fellow FIFA 19 career mode content creator. Goes by the name of Musley. Check him out. Does some awesome career mode content. Honestly, it is some of the best on YouTube. And we have, okay, we're going to win that back. Yeah, so check him out down below or wherever. Just search him up on YouTube. Musley, he's got creative. Why is every time I start talking, we get a big chance? And, okay, Mbappe is there. He says down below, prediction for the Champions League, Europa League, and EPL. Okay, so this morning, we're going to go to EPL first. This morning, I just woke up to Vincent Kompany smashing in a goal against Leicester to get Man City the 3 points. And they're pretty much one win away from the Premier League title. Liverpool, obviously, well, if they win their next game against Wolves, and if Man City draw, they're going to win. So it can still go either way, Man City or Liverpool. The top 4 is pretty much wrapped up. United aren't going to get top 4, unfortunately for us. And then, who else didn't get top 4? Someone else. Arsenal, that's right. Arsenal, but Dembele is on the attack here. Can we get the equaliser? Oh, Johnson again. He's made about 8 saves. So, EPL, I'm probably... okay, we've scored a goal there. I wasn't even thinking that was going to be a goal because Icardi poorly timed the header. But yet again, he comes up from the corner and scores. Mauro Icardi, what a man. 40 minutes in right before half-time. Gets him, boys. But Chelsea secured top 4 in real life. They're going to have Champions League football next season. Their jersey looks pretty cool as well. Manchester City, of course, I think are probably going to win the title there. They've pretty much been the best all season, except they've lost 4 games. I don't know how they've lost 4 games. Liverpool, it'll be quite funny. Liverpool getting like 97 points and not winning the league. Crashing out of the Champions League against Barca. Yeah, that is the next one. Predict the Champions League. Obviously after Barca beat Liverpool 3-0, I'm obviously assuming that Barca are going to go through to the final. I mean, they can't choke on a 3-0 lead, especially with Messi. That'll be a crime. That'll be the biggest choke of all time. And if Liverpool get to another Champions League final, I'm going to lose it. But Mbappe is in on goal here. What can he do? He's going to finesse it. Oh, Johnson with a good save. But Ousmane Dembele, that is a terrible attempt from the Frenchman. Whew, that is going to be interesting considering Ajax and Tottenham play. Like, by the time this video comes out, it'll be just before the league gets decided and after the Champions League semis are finished. So we'll know the final by the time this video gets out. But Ajax and Tottenham will be an interesting one because I feel like Ajax just played all their good games away from home. And then at home, they weren't that great. And they knocked all the teams out that they were playing in the Champions League away from home. So I don't know what's going to happen. If Tottenham really step their game up, they only need 1 goal and then it goes to extra time. So we'll see about that one. That's one that can go either way. And then the Liverpool-Barca one, I don't see going Liverpool's way. So obviously, it's going to be a Barca-Ajax final maybe. That'll be a pretty decent storyline considering so many great Ajax wonder kids have gone to Barca. And yeah, it's just they've just have a lot of history together as clubs. And of course, Ajax, the small team, obviously a lot of people. They've had, oh my God, look at the stats. Look at the stats. 1 shot. Oh my God. Anyway, we continue on. Yeah, Champions League, and then I'm probably thinking it's Barca's year for this Champions League. They haven't won it in a while. They haven't won it since 2015. I feel like, yeah, they've just dominated La Liga. They've performed really well in the Champions League, even though they've come up against, teams like United, which aren't up to Barca's level, obviously. But yeah, I just feel like they got to win it. It's Messi's year. Messi has, scored that beautiful free kick, has been playing so well. So I'm assuming Barca for the Champions League. Europa League, on the other hand, yet again, we'll know the results by the time this video comes out. So my predictions could be way off. But Arsenal have a 3-1 lead going into the Valencia game. Chelsea have a 1-0 lead going into their game. It's interesting because Frankfurt, of course, are a good team. They have Luka Jovic, a Karimo wonder kid, but Icardi is there. Oh, that is a second. That is beautiful. Icardi yet again. He's been the player of the season, hands down. But yeah, Europa League. So obviously, okay, EPL, let's sum this up. EPL, I think Man City are going to win. Obviously. And then Champions League, I think Barca's going to win. But I'd love Ajax to win it. Chelsea have a big game up against Frankfurt. Frankfurt knocked out the likes of Inter. Musley goes for them as well. And they're a solid team. Obviously, I'd want them in the final. And obviously, Valencia only need 2 goals at home to get through in their game. But yeah, it's a very open, the Europa League. I feel like anything can happen in the games. But who would I want to win that? I probably want Frankfurt, considering they're the underdog team. An Arsenal-Chelsea final would be very interesting for the football Twitter, for the banter. Move on to the next question. I've done my predictions. Will they come true? They could be completely off, or they could be very accurate as Dembele whips that one in. That is Neymar. No, that is Paulo Dybala getting the third. Now we finally hit our stride. Paulo Dybala, the Argentinian, hasn't done much this season, but he's come up big with a header. What a man. Anyway, we're going to move on to the next question. It is going to be from Robust Gamer. Which team do you support? Who do you want to win the UCL? And he's got a Real Madrid career mode on his channel that you guys can check out if you want to. But Robust Gamer, which team do you support? It's an interesting question. I go for United in the Premier League. Was the first team I pretty much went for in football. I don't know really how it happened. I think it was just... I know it's a basic answer, but they were probably winning at the time that I got into football. A lot of people that I knew went for them as well. And I always just played with them on FIFA. I had FIFA 08, I'm going to say, or FIFA 07, FIFA 06. One of those three, FIFA 06, FIFA 07, or FIFA 08. I had on PS2, and then I had a DS game of FIFA 09, I want to say. And I just always used United. They were my team. I loved Wayne Rooney at the time. He was probably my favourite player. And it just stuck, I guess. I just always picked... What was that, Pogba? I always picked Manchester United in career mode, I guess. even on DS. DS was probably a good career mode for FIFA. Pogba gives the ball away again. But yeah, FIFA on... I just always picked them on FIFA. It stuck. I ended up getting into the football, watching it, always watching United games when they were on TV, just supporting them in the Premier League. Then in 2015, I actually visited Old Trafford, got a picture with the treble, got a picture at the stadiums, didn't meet any players, went in the off-season, didn't watch a game, it was the summertime, so unfortunately none of those things happened, but I still went to Old Trafford, such a good stadium, loved it. Had a stadium tour, absolute insane. Just, if you support a team, you got to go to their stadium. I mean, it just gets you more involved in everything. You feel more connected to the teams and stuff. But Icardi's on the ball. No, we're going to give that one away. Oh, I better get through these questions because the game is nearly over. Okay, Man United, the team I support in the Premier League. Oh, that was a great strike from Burke there. That went over. And then the other team I support in Italian football is where I'm from in Italy. It's called Frosinone. They're currently in Serie A at the moment if you look at them in FIFA 19. However, for FIFA 20, unfortunately, they're going to be in Serie B. They got relegated on the weekend. We drew 2-2 with Sassuolo. Unfortunately, we're winning 2-0. We needed to win that game to have any hope of survival, and we ended up losing. That is the team I support in Italy. And I always, I want to support the local team, I don't want to go for the Juventus, the Milans, I don't know. I just feel like I have no connection to them. And then in 2015, when I went to Old Trafford, also went to Italy to visit the homeland. And that was the season they got promoted to Serie A for the first time in history. Mauro Icardi nearly got there. And yeah, I just stuck with them ever since. I've been supporting them ever since. They went back to Serie B a few years ago, followed them for 2 seasons in Serie B. Then they came back to Serie A last season. Absolutely loved it. Got to watch him on TV, all that good stuff. Dybala's... Okay, this has probably been terrible gameplay, but it's good for the questions. Anyway, we're going to continue. Ooh, we got a free kick here. What are we going to do? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Frosinone. They are my team. Yeah, I follow them. Obviously, want the best for the lads. Neymar! And yeah, they are my team. Recently got a new stadium as well. We're going to go back to Serie B. Hopefully, we come back up. It's a bit of a... Yeah, we've done well in Serie B when we've gone back down. However, I want us to come back up. Obviously, want to stay in Serie A, just like Spal have done recently. They're going to have their 3rd season in Serie A. And, that's probably the league I follow the most, Serie A now. Italian football, I absolutely love it. Serie B, Serie A, I don't care. Whatever. Italian football, I love it. Anyway, we're going to have a shot here with Dybala. That's not going to happen. Yeah, we're going to continue on to the next few questions, which are quite interesting. What are your thoughts on this season's Manchester United, says Walker Chu? And yet again, now that I said I just supported them, this season has been a weird one. It's a funny question because Milinkovic-Savic is going to have a shot. No, Johnson gets the save, 82nd minute. I got to go through these questions because we've only got 8 minutes left here. Mbappe. Yeah, it's been a weird one. Mourinho, I thought everyone thought was the problem. Then Ole came in, he started doing well. I thought he was going to be not the solution, but a decent replacement. Like, who are we going to get in? It's hard because United is such a difficult job. There's so much pressure on you. I just feel like Ole needs the preseason. Like, we had a bad string of performances, a bad string of games, and everything, the media just turned against it. Everyone just turned against the players, and the players didn't have good form, and then they missed out on Europa League, missed out on Champions League. I don't know. It's been a topsy-turvy season, obviously. This is what I'm saying the whole time. What are you expecting with Chris Smalling and Phil Jones? Like, you expected us to win against Barca. Like, you must be living in a different universe if you're thinking we can win against a Barcelona side who has Lionel Messi with Chris Smalling and Phil Jones at the back. Like, what are you thinking? Like, there needs to be so much transfers, investment. And I don't know if it's going to happen, because who would want to join United? Europa League football next season. You're going to have so much pressure on you. Icardi nearly. But we've got Dybala. Nah, unfortunately there. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's been a weird season. Hopefully next season we can get top 4 and do well in a few cup competitions. And that is going to be the FA Cup final. I haven't even gotten through the questions. We've won it, thank God. I'm going to go to Karen Bishop. Karen says, your celebrity crush and favorite singer, male and female. Celebrity crush, I don't really have a celebrity crush. I don't know. We're going to win. We're going to lift up the FA Cup trophy. I'm going to still answer questions because I need to get through these questions. Celebrity crush, favorite singer. I'm trying to think. Male and female, probably at the moment. I'll say at the moment because obviously I'd be here for days talking about favorite singers and stuff like that. I could talk about music just like I could talk about football. I could talk about music for ages. You could have a conversation with me about music and football for weeks and weeks. But favorite singer, male and female. For the moment, for the past few months, I'm gonna say probably Khaled and Billie Eilish. They've dropped new albums. They've been very decent. And I'm gonna see Khaled in December, so that is good. Oh, Post Malone I'm seeing in a few days' time, so he's probably up there as well. But I could delve into that a lot. But singer constricts my answer there. Singers specifically. And then Buki Nico says, do you watch Avengers Endgame, and what do you think about Endgame? Well, I saw it twice. I saw it last weekend and the weekend before that on opening weekend. All right, those were the FA Cup celebrations. We're going to go into the menus. We're going to answer this last question here. We have Freaky Nico. Oh no, we have one more from Pop May. Man of the season based on performance in season 4. I'm going to say Icardi on that one. That was a quick and easy answer. Icardi, obviously Mbappe was there as well, but Icardi really stepped up this season and I love the way he plays on the game as well. So Pop May, it's going to be Icardi for season number 4. Man of the season, the Argentine striker. And then Avengers, which obviously, again, I could talk about for ages. Yeah, I could talk about it for ages. Avengers Endgame, I assume, is going to be the highest grossing film of all time. Currently beaten Titanic for $2.1 billion. It's obviously going to pass Avatar. I mean, I love that Avatar movie. Anyway, but Endgame, it's not the best movie of all time. Obviously, top grossing movie it's going to be. I think it was a decent finish, a decent finale. It was a bit slow at the start, but I enjoyed it overall. It was pretty funny here and there. A few of the jokes didn't land for me, but Endgame was decent. I enjoyed it. Saw it for a second time. Well, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but I thought it was pretty decent. I thought they did a good job with it all. There was no post-credit scene. That's not really a spoiler, but that was one thing as well. And then now they're going to continue it with the new movies. So we'll see how that ends up. We're going to have a sneak peek at Season 5, actually. For all the OGs that stayed to the end of this Q&A, we're going to have a preview of Season 5 and see if we continue it. We'll go into this loading and hopefully Season 5 loads up. It'll take a while, but we did end up winning the FA Cup. We did end up having a good game. You saw the boys lift a trophy this season as well as the Premier League, as well as the Carabao Cup. We did the domestic treble in season number 4. It was just the European Champions League that we missed out on. You guys ended up sending some decent questions in for this, which I appreciate so much considering it was so last minute and I posted it on Monday, which is a weird day to post something. That's why I didn't get too many questions, but somehow I ended up expanding them to the whole game, which I didn't think I was going to do. But we've ended up talking about a lot of things here: movies, music, football, YouTube, FIFA, a lot of different things here. Maybe a video coming out about the Avengers. I'm not going to say too much about that one. But to end off Buki Nico's question, I did enjoy the movie a lot. I thought it was very decent. So good that I saw it a second time and wanted to appreciate it for the second time. And the only gripes I had about it was that Fortnite was in the movie. And I thought career mode should have been in the movie. Nah, Fortnite was in the movie, which was pretty cringe. But Endgame, yeah, I'd recommend it for someone to go see it. I mean, even if you're not a huge Marvel fan, you'll enjoy the movie. And we finally arrived at season number 5, guys. Let me know if you want the continuation of the Chelsea career mode in season number 5. Obviously, we have the new boys in Jovic, and who else do we sign? We signed someone else. But we've got the new boys coming in this season as well for season number 5. That is going to be the end of the season 4 finale. The OGs that stayed back to the end, we'll see a little sneak peek of season number 5, July 2022. Mark Rocca is looking very colourful there in that photo. But thank you guys so much for submitting the questions. I had so much fun answering them, getting to know you guys. Hopefully you got to know me a bit more in the Q&A. Hopefully you did enjoy the video and the FA Cup final. If you do enjoy this type of style of video, let me know, especially for season finale, the season finale special of the Chelsea career mode. Thank you guys so much for watching this series. If you did go on to enjoy it and want to see season number 5, smack the like button on the video, subscribe for some more FIFA 19 career mode content on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description. Turn on notifications so you never miss a video that goes live on the channel. Comment down below your feedback, all that good stuff. I've been BCHD. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I might see you in season number 5.